Discover Your Natural Gifts by Kesha Harris. First of all, I thought it was well organized. That was the plan of the speech. I really liked when you started with your own story, because that's what gets us into a speech is, well, why should we care? I mean, that's what your audience is always asking. Why should we care about what you're telling me? What point of reference are you coming from that all of a sudden I should go, oh wow, that person really knows what they're talking about. So you started that off with, I liked, you didn't link it, but I liked 11 for 11. So you started at 11 years and you went through 11 foster homes? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, I was sharing their story.
Oh, their
stories.
stories.
Wasn't clear. I'm sorry.
So, but I still like that they were both 11. I just thought that was sort of cool. This is random. I thought it was sort of cool. I really like the idea of asking the audience questions, because those could get your audience to think. Because a lot of times in the audience you just sit there and you're just listening, but asking questions keeps us engaged. So I thought it was nice. I mean, if you always did that would probably get a little tedious. But a couple questions is good. I really liked how you were talking about teaching and sharing stories and playing games and the play not play. I think you even got Sam about it, peer pressure, because he eventually went for the play. And then I think what I found interesting, what really sparked my conversational interest was one on taxes or child support. I chose taxes. But that's also because I wonder about the person who's not paying the child support. It's like, what else is involved with that? It's like, well, you do not support your kids at all, do not do anything with them. Like, you're just screwing the government, now you're screwing like your family. I'm like, that's of course. That I thought would be very, very interesting for me. Of possible improvements, I thought your hands were very active. And you do a lot of this, you hold your hands. So that's of course why we have video, so you can see what you do. They've talked about in some of our training classes, and I need to take my advice more too, is when you talk with your hands, you need to make sure they're actually doing something every single time, and possibly something different. Because like on one you were like thinking, you're like counting up, like, oh, what is it? It's like you're doing that like that doesn't serve the audience at all, because it's like, well, it's obvious you're just thinking, and that's how you think. So it's just like trying to make sure they do more, or the body language actually matters. So that was something. On the game, when you were explaining the game, at first you didn't say keep your hands up. So like me and Jason were like, you said, you want this? We're like, yeah, sure. And then we put our hands down, because it's usually the other side. Okay, now you put your hands up. But your whole idea was that no, hands up versus hands down. So that was like, oh, all right. So that needed a little bit. You did speak slowly, which is what you wanted to do. So it wasn't too fast. I liked your conclusion, except thanks, Sam. Except at the end there, you spoke out loud and you weren't supposed to. When you said you're like make them wait, make them wait, or whatever you said, but you spoke that to us. Instead, you should have just let it slide off without actually saying anything. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.